We are Scott and Shelley. We are on a 6,000-mile, 12-month journey around the entire eastern U.S. We sold everything, quit our jobs, and started the trip of a lifetime, America's Great Loop. After our enjoyable visit to Cayo Costa, we headed south to anchor off of Sanibel Island. We heard they had a great bike trail, so we were really looking forward to it. The journey was calm, peaceful, and of course, beautiful. When we arrived at Sanibel, we tried to anchor multiple times but could not get it to set. The mud was just too soupy. Since we had plenty of daylight left, we decided that we would continue over to Fort Myers Beach instead. The seas remained calm, and it was a beautiful ride. We arrived at Fort Myers Beach and hooked up to a ball in the South Mooring Field. We enjoyed our stay here. There is a free dinghy dock and a free open-air tram to take you around the main downtown area. Almost everything is within walking distance, and it is a great place to sit and people watch. One of the first things we did was hire a water taxi to give us a tour of the area. It was inexpensive, and the driver has local knowledge that we did not. He gave us a tour of some of the bigger canals that cut into the island and recommended several great places to eat. It is also much more relaxing to enjoy someone else's boat. You have freedom from responsibility and navigation, and you can just simply enjoy. Close to a busy and crowded tourist area was a new experience for us. It was football season, and you could hear the cheers from the nearby restaurants and the entertainment from the pirate ship. It was certainly an area that was alive with activity. We spent 2 whole days at the pool. It was January, and this felt absolutely, wickedly delicious.
I'll leave this by the door. You guys can remain where you are. It's okay. Oh, okay, thank you. You guys are so kind to us.
go babysitting today. After Fort Myers Beach, we set off for Naples. Naples is very posh. It is a magnet for high-end cars, high-end boats, high-end shop, and lots of people. We met up with our old neighbors from Michigan and had a delightful few days.
You could just do that night like that?
After Naples, we took the ICW down to Marco Island. The journey was touch and go, like we touched the bottom, but thankfully kept going. Touching the bottom was a surprise, as where we touched was not charted as a shallow area. The ICW in its entirety from Naples to Marco Island was shallow and kept us on our toes, and we have just a 3.5-foot draft. Marco Island has a well-protected and convenient anchorage called Smokehouse Bay. The local Winn-Dixie grocery store has a clean, well-constructed dinghy deck where you can leave your dinghy, shop, do your laundry, or pick up a rental car. It is well located to most major businesses. Because this anchorage is so well protected, we stayed here an extra day as a strong wind front moved through the area. It was a little bouncy at anchor, but perfectly safe. Now here is where I have a confession to make. You may have noticed that we have very little video of these past few stops. You see, Davy Jones' locker won again. As we were leaving Marco Island, our boat was hit with a larger than expected swell on the side. I was up on the flybridge, partially lost my balance, grabbed the rail to steady me, and the phone, well, it slipped, fell, bounced off the kayak, and elegantly somersaulted straight into the Gulf of Mexico. I was in tears. I had not connected the phone, so everything from Fort Myers Beach to now was gone. This video you're watching today is what we could find remaining. The Everglades are vast and wild. They take up most of the southwest part of the state. It has a unique beauty that we hadn't seen anywhere else. We rented a car from Marco Island and drove inland to see the beauty of the Everglades and, of course, the alligators.
He's scared and he grabbed her ankle. Being the grandfather he is.
Back at sea, we stayed just outside Everglades City at Russell's Pass. I'm going to go down and put this stuff in early because...
Put what in early? All the vagina stuff?
Yeah. Catch that on tape. It's very, very still. You're still there. We had a wonderful overnight. It was serene and gorgeous. The next morning, we left for Little Shark River, our next anchorage. This one was a bit more interesting. And that evening, I sat quietly on the bow of the boat and watched for wildlife. I was rewarded with manatees, the first time I had ever seen these gentle giants.
Did you see him?
Right along the shore. Didn't get it.
Your tail?
Yep. Towards sunset, we noticed a few no-see-ums coming out. We have regular screens that they can come right through, so we buttoned up the boat, turned on the generator, and ran the air conditioning for about 2 hours, enough to cool us down. At bedtime, we turned off the generator in the air and turned on the fans. It worked like a charm. In the morning, the boat was just covered in bugs. Poor Scott volunteered to go out and pull up the anchor. He covered everything he could from head to toe, and he still got bites. I think those bugs followed us for days. The last leg of the journey to Marathon was the roughest. The wind was more robust and the seas more turbulent than they had been in the previous 2 days. I was never so glad to make it to a destination. More on that next week. It's a little crazy right now.